Good evening and bloody welcome to Summer Night Murder Mystery, the ABC Murders. This is episode 2, and in the last episode, which also was the first one, we arrived at this crime scene and we are trying to figure out what happened at the scene of the murder. We have found some clues, but it's still not enough to solve the crime. But we did find a key. Do I have some kind of inventory? I don't think that I do. Yeah, there is the inventory. We found the key hidden in that register, and apparently the key goes to the murder victim's bedroom. So let's get in there now. A large rusty key found in Alice Asher's till. And there isn't anything special about the key. It is just an ordinary key. Private, keep out.
The door is locked.
Yes, of course it's locked. That's what we have the key for. How do I use it though? Okay, maybe I should hold the mouse button. Yeah. Okay, so now we are in her private area. That came out wrong. Now we are in her bedroom, I mean. So if that is her on those pictures, she enjoyed dancing. This is her bed. There is blood on the pillow and a handkerchief with blood on it. It's not much blood though, so I think that she had a nosebleed.
Blood. Did Alice Asher suffer from nosebleeds?
Yeah, I would guess so, since it's not much blood. So yeah, I think it is nosebleeds. It's an overturned picture frame.
An inscription in German. Souvenir of our honeymoon in the Black Forest. To my Alice forever, Franz Asher. The Ashers were a lovely couple when they were young.
Yeah, but why is that picture frame overturned? Can I take a look at the bedstand? No. I have observed 3 of 3 things, so I don't think there is anything else to do here. That picture on the wall there is crooked. I wonder why that is. Is that blood on the floor there as well? It might be. Yeah, let's take a look over here. Thinking. It looks like a puzzle.
Such a pretty decoration should be at the center of the motif to respect the symmetry.
Okay. That's not right. I don't think that is right either, but it sounded like something clicked. So I might try and see what will happen if I... No. Now I heard a click again, but it's just not the right position. No, that's not right. And I can't spin the centerpiece.
That's not right. No? No, that's not it. How will I solve this? That's not it either. Yeah, I should move this around. Maybe. I can't move that piece around. Oh, I got it. Oh, now I can move. Now I can spin this disc. I should. Okay. Oh, I'm stuck there. This might take some time. Okay. How am I supposed to get that over there, though? Okay, so I have to get it over there, do I?
faint sound as if something was unlocked.
Success! Finally, that took forever. So... now... something was unlocked, he said. I bet it's those doors. Or maybe not. Maybe it's on the back. No. Oh, here we go.
It is blocked.
Is it blocked?
It is blocked.
How so?
It is blocked.
I don't get that.
It is blocked.
I thought that I would be able to get this open, but apparently it's blocked.
It is blocked.
And I don't know by what or from what. Oh. So I can twist and turn these birds here, but I don't know in what angle. It sounded like something clicked there. Yeah. That means that there is some kind of mechanism. So I guess that I will have to turn all these 4 ornaments until they click. Okay, I think that is the place where it should be. And if my theory is correct, then this is the last one that I have to turn. Oh yeah, that worked.
Medicine.
Okay, what kind of medicine?
Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from a leading London laboratory in the home of such a modest woman.
Okay. There seems to be a ladder in here as well.
From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Dear Mrs. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent from Mr. Fairfax. Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your personal contribution, £11, is not high enough and represents too small a part of the final transaction. I remain at your disposal for any questions. Adam Flint. Mrs. Asher's meager savings were not enough for her to own the tobacco shop, but will largely cover her funeral costs.
Okay. I'm not sure if we are able to take a look on the table or if we will look at this cabinet again. But let's try and see what happens. Ah, it's the cabinet again. And since I have watched on the two items that is here, there is nothing more to do. There is a box here.
What a strange box. It looks like you have to slide the slats of wood to open it.
Is this another puzzle?
It is blocked.
Okay, so I can't just open the lid. I have to slit the panels around here, I think. Oh.
This button appears to activate the mechanism.
Can I open it now?
It is blocked.
No. Oh, another button. Can I open the box now?
It is blocked.
Nope. I don't think that I can move. No, I can't move any panels on this side. And not on this side either, I think. Or can I? No, I don't think I can. It don't seem to be... Well, maybe I can move this panel. Yeah, there we go.
That should do it.
Now I should be able to get it open. So it's a jewelry box, and it is a picture here.
Who is this young woman?
I don't know, and I don't think that is... Well, it probably got something to do about the case, but I don't see how a photograph of a young woman have anything to do with the murder. But on the other hand, I only play as Hercule Poirot.
To my
I'm
dear
not him.
Aunt Alice, married Howard.
Okay, so that was her niece.
Have you found anything?
The victim has a niece. We must find her. I think I've looked everywhere here. Let us see if I can find any more information in the shop's surroundings.
If her niece is in danger, then it is good to find her, I guess. or just to inform her about the murder. I can take a look at here as well, so I'm gonna do that.
This interior is very simple.
A simple tap, a bucket, a stove.
Mrs.
Modest
Asher lived
crockery.
very simply.
Oh, it's a mirror. I thought what he thought about. Well, I wondered what he was doing, but he was checking himself in the mirror. Okay, so I don't think there is anything else to do here, since I've looked at everything. I still wonder why that picture is crooked though. Maybe there is something behind it, but I am not able to do anything with it, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is then. Yeah, I don't think there is anything more to do in here. Let's take a look here. Inspect the tobacco shop surrounding. That is what we have to do next. The suspect, Mary Drover. She's Alice Asher's niece. Why is she a suspect? Well, I guess in this period of time, pretty much everyone is a suspect. So that's her, the victim and the suspect. I don't see how she is a suspect though, but okay then. Let's see if we can work the little gray cells. Was Mrs. Asher killed on sight? A pool of blood near her head seems to be a pretty good indication that she was killed on sight. No other marks on the floor. She was killed on sight.
Mrs. Asher was killed here. The absence of marks in the shop and the regular shape of the blood stains indicated beyond a doubt.
Yeah, let's solve the third one here, or the first one in this case. How do we explain the presence of an A.B.C. guide on the counter? I have already placed that there, so I think no railway guide for sale in the tobacco shop. Yeah. Letter signed A.B.C. announcing the end of her murder. Let's place that over there. There are no fingerprints on the guide. No objects of value for sale. I think I should go with this one.
The murderer deliberately left behind this A.B.C. as a signature. The absence of fingerprints and the fact that it is open at letter A for Andover leaves little doubt.
Okay, so let's go back into the store. I don't know what I should do here though, because I have looked at everything. Oh, I should look at the surroundings. So I think that I should go out of here then. Nancy Boodley. Yeah, this is where the vegetables were sold, I think. I thought it was across the street, but it doesn't seem to be a store across the street. So I think that this is the fruit and vegetable store that sold the vegetable, the strawberries to whomever bought them. Yeah, let's take a look at her first.
4 pence a lettuce, a lovely large lettuce, 4 pence only.
Okay.
This woman appears to be a smoker.
Oh, is that so? An extinguished cigarette. A full ashtray, so she is
Maybe
a
you
chain
can stare
smoker.
at people like that where you come from, but here it's very rude.
Well, I didn't stare at her, I stared at the ashtray. And there's a box of matches here.
She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop.
Yeah. So let's speak to her. Information added in Poirot's notebook. Let's start out polite and ask the price of lettuces.
How much are your lettuce, please?
A lettuce? That'll be 5 pence, kind sir.
I think that's what she was shouting about when we met her. Accuse her of lying about the price. Ask the price of 2 lettuces. I don't remember what she shouted. Even though it wasn't long ago that she shouted, I have forgot what she said that it was. But since we can accuse her of lying, let's do so.
5 pence?
That's right. Maybe so it's slightly hard of hearing.
I heard you shouting a lovely large lettuce 4 pence only earlier.
Did I? Well, I must have been mistaken. Begging your pardon. But if I said 4, it's 4. Why not take 2 for 8?
No, thank you. I was only asking. Did you know Alice Asher well?
And for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
You're foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you. And you're here about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
Did you speak to the victim yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
Okay. Should I accuse her again? Accuse her of making fun of you or ask nicely to cooperate? Let's ask nicely.
Please try and help me, madame.
Why should I help you? For your beautiful moustache?
Yeah, that's for starters.
Come on, move along now. You're scaring away my customers.
Please, do not be ridiculous.
Say that the victim came to see her. Say that she went into the tobacco shop. Accuse her of lying. Let's not accuse her anymore. Let's say that the victim came to see her since there were strawberries on the counter.
I know that Alice Asher bought strawberries from you yesterday.
Well, you know more than I do then. Run along now. I have work to do.
She isn't cooperating the least.
You again? I've nothing to say.
Now, maybe I shouldn't have accused her of telling the wrong price on the lettuce, but I think that she would have been she would have been what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I don't think that she would have helped me anyway. Okay, I don't think there is anything else. The lattice says 4 pence. Yeah, I think that's the lattice. And she said the incorrect price to Hercule when he asked her about it. So she seems to be an impolite person and untrustworthy. I don't think there is anything else that I can do here. Let's take a look at the notes. She is a suspect. She runs a fruit and vegetable shop. She smokes. She must have been a customer of the tobacco shop. I don't think she's the murderer, but who knows? In these kinds of detective cases, the murderer is almost all the time the one you least expect. Okay, let's go and
Hey,
speak
Poirot.
to...
Is the greengrocer causing trouble? I'll sort her out.
No, please, leave her, Chief Inspector. I'll get her to talk later.
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her.
Yeah. But first, let's speak to Hastings.
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Thank you,
Yeah,
mon ami. I'll question her.
already know that. Let's go to the back of the shop then. So they have removed the body now. That was quick. They have also cleaned up the blood from the floor. That was really quick.
Jap had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable.
Yeah, that is commendable, but why did they let the niece into the store? Since it's a crime scene, it seems a bit weird that they have already moved the body, and what's even more weird is that they have got the floor so clean. It's not a trace of blood anymore. I can hear her sobbing in the back room here, so let's go and speak to her. Can we look at her? Not right now. Yeah, now we can.
Is her grief sincere?
Handkerchief. Lowered eyes.
She appears
Modest
to be
black
very
clothes.
upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile.
Yeah, I don't think she's the murderer. Yeah, let's speak to her. We have already observed her, so I don't think that there is any reason to do so again. Well, maybe there is.
You're looking at me rather strangely.
Okay.
Please excuse me, Mademoiselle Drower.
Yeah, there wasn't any reason to look at her again. I think so. Let's speak to her. Ask her about her relationship with her aunt. Demand that she stops crying. No. Let's go with this one.
You were very fond of your aunt, am I right?
She was the only family I had since my mother died.
Okay, so she was being sincere, it seems. Ask if her aunt had children. Deduce that the inheritance is for her. Let's ask her if she had any children.
Your aunt did not have any children, is that correct?
No, she was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
Ask if Alice was afraid of her husband, or ask if she ever thought the husband would go through with his threats. Let's go with the first one.
Was your aunt afraid of her husband?
He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
Okay. Say that divorce would have been a solution, or ask if Alice was alright. Let's go with this one.
Did your aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but she was well cared for by a doctor in London.
Hence
Franz
the
Asher
medicine.
All he's done for years is drink and gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
Okay.
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
Ask if Franz forced her to give him money, or ask if her aunt or her aunt had reason to help her husband. Yeah, let's go with this one.
Why did she support such a goods for nothing?
He was her husband. She couldn't leave him with nothing.
I understand. You have been of great assistance, mademoiselle. Please take this young lady home.
My pleasure.
Well, this Franz Asher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jab says. And since Alice Asher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her.
Yeah, so her husband probably isn't the killer either. I don't think that there is any reason to observe anything more in here, since I already have done so. Let's take a look on the explanation mark, or the objectives. Find Franz Asher. So that's the objective at hand. Notebook. Witness. Married rower, about 30 years old, in Andover. She's Alice Asher's niece. Her aunt was her only family. She confirms that Franz Asher is violent, but he was afraid of his wife. Her aunt gave her husband 5 shillings a week. So yeah, now she's a witness instead of a suspect. But Nancy Bodley is still a suspect. Okay then. Let's get the little grey cells to work. Can we establish the time range during which Miss Asher was killed, and what was Mrs. Asher doing when she was killed? Okay, so yeah, we can establish the time range. I don't remember exactly The body was found at about 11 p.m. and Mrs. Asher was seen alive at 5:30 p.m. So somewhere between that time. Can we reduce the time range and why? We are missing a piece of clue there. Okay, so I am missing a clue. Let's see if we can solve this one. What was Mrs. Asher doing when she was killed? A cigarette packet near the victim's hand. Packets in a muddle on the shelf. And the third one. She has just one wound at the back of her head. No objects of value for sale in this shop. Since she have a wound on the back of her head, she turned her back to the killer, so I'm gonna go with this one as well. She was taking a packet of cigarettes from the shelf.
The murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as she turned around to serve him.
As of now, it seems really random that she is a murder victim. The murderer deliberately wrote a letter and addressed it to Hercule Poirot. So that was, I think that was before he killed, yeah, that must have been before he killed Mrs. Asher. So it seems like the murderer have some kind of plan. I don't know what that is right now though. What should I do next? I am missing a clue. I don't know how I will find that though. Let's return to the store. Oh, there's a drunk there.
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
Oh, so that's the husband. I'm sorry, I got something in my throat. Yeah, well, I need to speak to the husband after he wakes up or sobers up. But I'm not gonna do that now, because that will have to wait until the next episode. So yeah. Until then, thank you so much for watching. I don't know what is going on with my voice. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.